Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. My name is Mal and I'm the owner and maker of Made by Manny and Mal. Today's video is all about Mardi Gras. We're going to make a Mardi Gras tumbler together. I have never made a tumbler for Mardi Gras, so this will be my first one. I'm really excited and I really like how it turned out, so I hope that you enjoy the video. If you do, make sure you hit that thumbs up button down below. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button down there as well. It's free to subscribe. You'll just see my videos pop up in your home feed on YouTube. All the supplies I'm using in this video are linked down below in the description box, along with links to all of my social media pages, my Facebook group, Patreon group, and you know I've got some discount codes down there for you as well. So I think that's it. I hope you like the video. Let's go! We're using a 30-ounce traditional from Craft Haven and I've sanded it down so it's ready to be base painted. I'm using gloss white spray paint from Rustoleum. And while that's drying, I'm going to mix up my glitter. So this is going to primarily be a white glitter, but I wanted to add in some of the Mardi Gras colors into this mix as well to make it not just a white glitter, basically. So I've got Diamond and Mystic, both from PDB, and then Venetian from Peachy Olive Glitters. And then for my gold, I'm using Perseus from PDB. Don't Be Jelly for the green, also from PDB. Look at that. Hello. And then finally, I'm using Kittenish from Peachy Olive Glitters as my purple. Those are all kind of chunky cuts that are going to go in this mix, and then we'll go in with some fine cuts later on. So I'm going to mix this up. I'm starting with 30 milliliters of Diamond. This is going to be the main base of our glitter mix. And then next I'm going in with Mystic from PDB. Mystic has a little bit of iridescence to it. And then next I'm taking Venetian. This pulls a lot of yellow and gold kind of tones. So I really wanted to add that in to bring in some more depth. And then next I'm taking Perseus, which I think is a really underrated color. It's a beautiful holographic gold. And then next I'm taking Don't Be Jelly, which is our chunky green, perfect for St. Patrick's Day. And finally I'm taking Kittenish, and there we go. And I'm gonna mix all of this up. And looking at it in the cup, I decided it wasn't white enough. It just was a little bit too much color. So I went ahead and added 15 milliliters of Pearl, also from PDB, just a pearlescent white, and then mix that in. And now we've got our mix here. So here it is. I'll bring it up close so you can see. It's got a lot going on. Look at that. Olay, I love it. Okay, so now that we're ready, I'm going to bottle this up. And I've got some epoxy mixed up here that I'm going to put on some other cups, so I decided I would just apply this glitter using the epoxy method. You can use glitter glue, Mod Podge, epoxy, whatever you prefer to adhere your glitter is totally fine. I'm just putting a very thin layer of epoxy all over my cup, and I'm going to let it sit about 5 to 10 minutes before I actually go in and apply my glitter. And I'm just going to apply this all over the entire surface of the cup, making sure I have pretty good coverage. It doesn't have to be perfect. You're just going to end up seeing little bits and pieces of this glitter all over the cup in the final design. So don't worry if your coverage isn't flawless, but there's the glitter. Look how pretty it is. And then right away, I'm going to wrap my cup in some parchment paper to help my glitter lay flat. I don't want to do a ton of epoxy on this cup just to get the glitter smooth, because we're going to put a lot of epoxy on in our design process. So I wanted to make sure that my glitter was lying flat so that I didn't have to put on a lot of epoxy to smooth it down. So once my glitter layer was dry, I sealed the glitter with my Crystalac glitter glue, and this is purely to get the glitter to lie flat and just seal it that way. This is just one solid glitter coverage all over the cup, so if you don't want to do this step, you don't have to. I just like to do this, brushing all in the same direction to make my glitter lie flat and make it easier for me when I go in to apply my epoxy. So you can see I don't have any pieces of glitter sticking up, and that's going to make this epoxy process way easier. So once that dried about 2 hours, I went in with my first coat of epoxy. I'm going to put about 30 milliliters onto my cup, and I'm only going to do one coat of epoxy before we go into our next step. That was really all we needed because the glitter was lying flat. I didn't have any pokey bits. So now once that's cured, we're going to go right into our next little step. I found this Mardi Gras diamond pattern on Creative Fabrica and I wanted to cut it out in waterslide, and I made it these little like brush stroke pattern type shapes so that it looks like it's kind of just like breaking through the rest of our design. So I did this in Canva. I took this brushstroke frame, dragged my digital paper image into that, and then just cut out a whole bunch of them on my waterslide paper. I sealed it with 3 coats of clear matte spray from Rustoleum, and now I'm ready to apply them to my cup. By the way, my cup cradle is from my friend Brooke at Cami Page Boutique. She has a whole new line of tumbler making tools, and she sent me all of them to try, and I'm really loving them, so I will have them linked down below, and I'll also have a discount code down there for you as well. So taking these little brushstroke pieces, I'm just going to apply them really randomly all over the cup. There's no pattern to this, there's no worry, don't try to do this perfectly. I just wanted these to be kind of sporadically placed all over the cup because in the end they're going to kind of peek through the rest of our design, so it really doesn't matter where you put them. So here's mine. You can see they're just random. There's no pattern or anything, and I'm using Hayes Paper Company inkjet clear water slide, by the way. So now I'm taking a dry paper towel and just kind of tapping all of the water out of those little water slides, and then I'm going to set this on my turner in front of a space heater so they can dry. And once they're dry, I usually wait about an hour. I'm ready to go in with my next coat of epoxy and add the rest of my glitter and mica swirls. So these are the glitters I'm going to be mixing into epoxy and swirling on my cup. I have Versailles from Peachy Olive Glitters, Nolans, Moolah, and Velvet, all from PDB. And then I've also got some pigments that I'm going to try and match as closely to my glitters as possible. I will have all of these listed in the description box as well if you want to reference them and get the same colors. But basically what I've got in that cup is epoxy mixed with diamond dust pigment powder from PDB. I had that left over from another cup that I was working on, and I decided that I could use it on this cup as well. So I just poured a little bit of each glitter into their own cup, and now I'm taking my pigment powders and trying to match those. So this is Drama, and I believe it's plum, spring plum, maybe, it's in the description, into 1 cup for the purple. And then I'm taking 24 karat and this gold, just a little bit of this gold from Arteza, and then I'm taking green from Arteza as well to match our green. So I have a glitter and a mica cup of each of my 3 Mardi Gras colors, and I'm going to take maybe about 5 milliliters and pour it into each of those cups. You definitely won't need that much, but that's just my default. That's how much I put into every cup. And then I put a thin layer of epoxy on my cup just to allow for a little tiny bit of movement. I don't want a ton. I just want these to kind of naturally swirl around the cup. So starting with our purple pigment, I am going to just take my popsicle stick and swirl it onto the cup, as you can see here. It really doesn't matter where you put it. After I'm done applying the mica, I'm going to go in with a gloved finger and just finger paint and kind of mess these up by hand. You can also use your heat gun if you prefer for this step, but I like to just go in with my finger because I have more control that way. I really just want to disperse this color and make it look a little bit more natural versus streaked on with a popsicle stick. But if you prefer to use your heat gun, you totally can. So once I'm happy with that, I'm going to go right in with the green, and I'm just going right from my finger in the cup. I'm not using a popsicle stick for this one. It was just easier that way. And I'm doing the exact same thing. I'm just finger painting on randomly. I'm not trying to blend these together. I'm just kind of putting it where I think it should go. Then going in with the gold, I'm going to streak this on the same way. So you can see I go back and forth between popsicle stick and not popsicle stick. It really doesn't matter how you apply it because you're going to blend it out anyway. So however you want to get it on your cup is totally fine. And again, if you want to use your heat gun for all of these steps, you can. I just wanted the colors not to blend too much. I didn't want them to move around the cup too crazily. I really wanted to have that control, which is why I'm using my finger. So once I'm done with the micas, I'm going to go in the same way with my glitter mixtures. I'm going to just kind of swirl them on the cup the same way I did the micas, and then blend them out just a tiny little bit. I blended this first color, this is the Velvet, and I didn't really love how it looked. It kind of just looked like the glitter moved a little too much, if that makes sense. So I, with the next colors, didn't blend them so much. So I would recommend with your glitters, just kind of stringing them on your cup and not blending them out like we did with the micas. So then now going in with our green glitter, this is Moolah, and I'm just going to string it on here. I'm trying to put the colors with the colors of the mica where they're placed, so they're kind of layered on top of each other, but I'm also just putting them anywhere that it will look pretty. So you don't have to match your mica to your glitter, but you can in some spots and then not in others. You really can't go wrong with this technique. So just have fun with it and put your glitters where your heart desires. Once I had all my colors on there, I took my cup that had the just plain diamond dust mica in it, and I just strung little thin little areas onto the cup here. This is just going to add another layer of dimension and help those colors maybe break apart a little bit and just give it another layer of color. You don't have to do this. Like I said, I just had this left over from another cup I was working on, so I decided that I would not waste the epoxy and just put it on this one. So now I'm taking our New Orleans glitter. I always feel weird when I say that because I know I don't say it right. But anyway, I'm just taking a little pinch of it in my fingers and I'm sprinkling it, as you can see, all over the cup. This is just the perfect Mardi Gras glitter, so I had to incorporate it into this design. I just sprinkled it all over. You can do as little or as much of it as you would like. Once that was cured, I added another layer of epoxy on top just to make sure we had a smooth surface so that we can put our decal down next. Your cup should be pretty smooth at this point. You don't have a lot of rough glitter, so it should only take one coat to get it smooth and ready for decal. Once that coat was cured, I went through and did all of my sanding. I focused on the top and the bottom rim, and then did a little bit of sanding on the body of the cup, but like I said, it was pretty smooth. So I'm going to put the classic Mardi Gras saying, "Let the good times roll," on each side. I have it in English and in French. So I cut it out. I made this SVG, by the way. It is available for purchase in my digital shop on Etsy. And I made an offset. The file does come with the offset. And this is gold vinyl from Tech Wrap Craft. So I made the offset. I'm going to put that on first. I'm starting with the French side. I just wanted to put the French version on one side and the English translation on the other, so we had both on this cup. And I'm going to apply the top decal now. This is white vinyl that has a clear backing, so it's really easy if you wanted to go in and just layer your decal right on top of your offset, like in one big piece. I still didn't do that here, but you can if you wanted to. I just feel more comfortable doing piece by piece. So there's our French version. And now I'm going to try and get the English version on the direct opposite side. So this took me way longer than I wanted it to, but I wanted to make sure that we didn't have like wonky spacing in between each side of the decal. So I'm placing it down. I've got a little bit of transfer tape hanging off, and I'm measuring. As you can see, I want to make sure that the distance is even on each side of the decal, meeting up with the other side decal. So once I had it right, I put a piece of painter's tape on one side of my decal to help me with this hinge method and hinge it down. And once I had it placed, I just did the exact same thing. I removed the transfer tape and then I put my white decal down right on top of this offset. I sealed this with one coat of matte clear spray from Rustoleum to seal the decal in and help prevent bubbles in my next coat of epoxy. So for this next coat, I mixed up 30 milliliters of a little extra ink epoxy, and I only ended up using about 20 milliliters of it. I didn't want to put too much on the cup and then have it clump or drip or anything. So once I had it on, I hit it really well with my torch to pop any bubbles. ALE loves heat and loves the torch, so don't be afraid to torch your cups when you put ALE on. So there it is. I'm going to let it spin. And here is the final result. Kind of. I do need to add one more coat of epoxy on this for it to be completely finished, but this is the final look. I really like how this turned out. This is my first Mardi Gras cup ever, so I am pretty proud of it. I hope that you enjoyed the tutorial as well. If you did, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below so you don't miss any of my new videos. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, love you tons. Bye. do that with my head.